Hey guys, so welcome to the channel. Yesterday I was originally intending to paint, or rather apply 2K primer on these parts, plus I also have the silencer, catalytic converter silencer here. So my idea is to paint this in a nice color and then put it on the RXZ. So there are some runs, as you can see. So this was done off camera because I wanted to see how well this will lay out. So as you can see, it has laid out pretty well. So now there is some little work wherein I have to just cut this bits of runs that we have here, and then post that we'll apply base coat to it. Okay, so I'll put you guys on a tripod. It's all set up properly to paint. I hope it doesn't blow away in the wind. So these bikes are covered, so we're not worrying about overspray there. I'm not going to paint the engine covers today because this was painted yesterday after I mixed some extra 2K primer. So in order not to waste it, I actually went ahead and I painted this. So this has to be sanded now by 600 grit, and then I'll paint on top of it. So the silencer is okay, there are no major scratches. Like these things will very well go under. So yeah, now let me set up my brand new gun that I bought for this job, and I also mix the paint. So I'm going to mix some paint. So this is the thinner, or like the Americans call it, the reducer. This is 200 ml of paint, golden beige. So this catalytic converter is going to be golden color. This is my mixing cup. Actually, we don't get mixing cups here, so I'm using whatever I have. This is the though it says polyurethane clear, it is actually degreaser. This is used to wax and grease, remove all the surfaces that I'm about to paint. So I'm using a 2:1 ratio. So that is 2 part paint and 1 part thinner or reducer. Since we don't get accurate mixing cups here, we'll have to use whatever we have. So this is my brand new paint gun, and I hope it does a good job. So now I'm going to start the compressor, so you guys might not be able to hear me well. So I'm going to pour the paint into the gun. So here is my filter paper. So I am about to mix the clear coat. This is the hardener for the clear coat. So the ratio is 8:1. So guys, as you can see, the paint job is over, and to be honest, I have surprised myself. So I'm actually going to let it dry. Once it is dry, then probably we'll take a better look at it. Since it's a open air job, then there is a very good chance that there may be a lot of dust that may come and sit on it. But this is a decent job. The reason why I took the Catcon first to learn painting is because this requires a lot of less prep work. Like you can see, there is a lot of imperfections, especially in this area and this area. So these are like some of this was welding, like you can see here. So I thought it would be little forgiving to start working on something like this first and then go to better parts. So a lot of you yesterday in my YouTube post have commented about this oil seals not being removed before I start painting, this o-ring staying where it is. So I'll tell you actually what happened. So yesterday I mixed the 2K primer to apply on this, but then I was surprised by the coverage that I got on this. Like a single coat covered this pretty well. Even then I applied 3-4 coats. As you can see, these runs are because of the primer and not the clear coat. So clear coat laid out pretty well. There is only this run basically which is clear coat related. So after that I was left out with a lot of material. So what I did is if I leave it somewhere, then it is going to harden and we are going to waste that material, and this was pretty expensive. So what I did instead was these were already buffed, so I just rushed them into the painting spot and I started painting them. So what you see right now is just primer. I'm going to buy some silver color and then lay it on top of this. So that is a plan. So yeah, maybe next week we'll lay a bit of that engine silver on it. So there is a bit of runs on this also, as you can see. This part there is a bit of run here, so I'm going to sand it, wet sand it in fact, and then make it level, and then I'm going to apply paint on it. So if let's say there is some place where the metal gets exposed, I'm going to reapply the 2K primer on top of it. So that is a plan. I have some more parts which can be test painted, like this RD350 clutch cover that you can see here. Not clutch cover, actually magnet side cover. So I can actually paint this also. So I already bought the black color. So what I'll do is I'll mask this sticker and then apply primer on top of it. I'll also mask these lines, and once that is done, then we will paint black over it, and then on top of it we'll paint clear. So yeah, that is pretty much the plan. So we'll wait for the parts to dry, and then once it is dry, we'll install them on the RXZ. So another thing worth noting is the front faceplate, which is chrome, needs to get chrome plated. Actually I chrome plated this part also, but on this color a lot of chrome doesn't look good. So that is the reason why I decided to paint this in this color. So yeah, let's wait for it to dry and then we'll see how the finish turned out to be. So end result time. This is how it looks. Not bad for a first time 3-stage paint job. These runs that you see are not from clear or from paint, it is actually from the primer. So that was my bad, but this was a good learning experience. So the next thing that I would paint is definitely going to be much better. So yeah, without further ado, let's put this on the bike. So let's see how it sounds. The sound is okay. The sound is little high because the silencer end cap is not seating properly, and she wants to go for a ride, and it is, like you can see, 11 o'clock. So yeah, so let's call it a day. This was a very good project, and there are 2 shields missing actually. This big shield which will come here is going to go for chrome, and there is a little shield that I forgot to put, so probably I'll paint that next. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Have a good night. Bye bye.